Interpreter for the cultural sharing. So, ma'am and sir, we are here po to meet one of our indigenous people. They are the original inhabitants of the South Palawan, but mostly the younger generation only. So, since 1976, this village became their temporary home. Different families of their tribe had been visiting here, and it became their temporary shelter. So, by the way, ma'am, sirs, they are called Palauan, and they are the possible descendants of Tabunman or Caveman, if you heard about that. But actually, in mainland Palawan, we have three major tribes. We have the Batak tribe, Tagbanwa tribe, and the Palauan tribe. So they are the one who will decide if how long they want to stay. They just come and go. Some of them stays only for a few weeks or few months, and after that, they will go back home po. And then, the young girls there, they just arrived yesterday. According to them, they will only stay for 1 month or 2 months during vacation. But when it's time to go back to school, they will go home po. Okay? So they will show you the richness of their culture. Everybody, hold that one and pass at the back. So, she is showing you the bagtik. This is one of their traditional products. It is a sap of a tree. It's a resin, and it came from a huge tree called almasiga. And that tree grows only in the mountain. So this is a resin, and the main ingredient of our paints, varnish, nail polish, fiberglass, and other related products. So we are just buying this from the tribe. They are the collectors from the tree. And they have a bag. So this is called bakid, and they use this one to carry anything just like this bagtik. If it's already full, they tied it up so the products won't fall. And if it's heavy, no problem. They have a head support to carry more weight. So most of the adults can carry 30 to 50 kilos from the mountain to the lowland po. So now they are going to show us their musical instruments. The Palauan are also music lovers. Palagay lang po sa taas po ng upuan. So this is the drum called gimbal. It is made up of wood that they carve, and they put animal skin on top. This is a pure cow skin. Aside from that drum, they also have some metals at the back. The big one there is abong or gong. The two smaller are sanang, and these are now hundreds years old instruments. So now they are going to play together. The whole set is called basal. They don't dance to entertain guests or tourists because tribal dances are only for prayer, wedding, or good harvest po. So in short, dances are sacred for them. And they have a native guitar, considered as one of the first guitars in the Philippines. They call that kudlungan or kudyapi. So that kudyapi has only 2 strings, okay? It's also written in our books. Ngayon naman po, they are going to play the music called bogit. Pag sinabing bogit, it means bird song. Okay, so that's the bogit or bird song. Most of their music are about nature po. And this is called aruding. It is also a musical instrument played through vibration. And they use mouth and hands to create an amazing sound. So it's made of wild palm. Again, they call that aruding. Okay, that's how to play that one. And we are now at the last part. For the last part, they are going to show us how they hunt animals. The Palauan are also hunter-gatherers. So, back in the mountain, they have some hunting tools. They have spear. So, ito po yung mga sibat nila.
And according to them, the metals are now hundreds years old. It's been passed generation to generation. This is called surayang and the other one is ligid. If there's a target, they throw it from a distance. And if they hit the target, the metal will stuck to the body because of the hook. If the target tries to run, it will separate. And this handle will serve as an anchor. There's a big possibility that it will be trapped. If it's already trapped, the tribe will use the another spear for follow-up or to finish the target po. And even birds are also part of their food. So back in the mountain, they have their own technique to attract or call the birds and the squirrel. And if they hear any response from the birds, they will shoot the target with a blowgun. Yung mahaba na yan, sumpit po yan nila. In their tribe, ma'am sir, they have no bow and arrow, but they have a blowpipe. So they call that one sapukan. Now everybody, let's look at the target, the drawing on the board. Okay, that's how to use that one. So, yung mga pala po nila, different sizes yan for different types of target. They have darts for birds, darts for monkeys, and for wild pig. And whenever they hunt bigger animal, if the target is huge, they put poison on the tip of the dart. Naglalagay sila ng lason. And this is the main ingredient of their poison called bita. Kinokollect po nila ang dagta nito, they mix that into other plants and cook in a slow fire to make it effective. If they hit the target in few minutes, the target becomes weak and it will die. After that po, hinuhugasan lang nila yung meat. They also cook it in a slow fire po para maging safe na makain. So dito po, they don't need to do that. No need to hunt animals all the time since we have a nearby market where they can buy whatever they want. At dito, ini-encourage din sila to less yung hunting nila kasi konti na lang animals natin. They are earning while sharing culture through the help of livelihood program. As you visit here, you are already helping them because they have to share. And also, if you buy picture products and if you donate food, that's a big help because every day they're getting food allowance from that. And this is now the last one. He will show us how to make fire in the mountain with the use of flintstone, metal, and a native cotton. Now you can see the smoke coming out from the cotton and he will use dry grasses or dry leaves. So ganyan sila magpa-apoy and you can now see the fire. It's already visible. Bato po yung ginamit nila which can be found around their village.
Wow.
And this is the torch of the tribe. This is their light. 1 foot of this can last 3 to 5 nights, but it depends on how they use it. And it's not only a torch. They believe that the smoke can drive away bad luck or bad spirit. And they use this one to cure headache and stomach ache. Gamot nila to sa mga sakit. And it smells like an incense. There's no chemical added on it. It's all natural tree sap from a tree. It's like incense. If you know incense. Parang incense. Okay. So that's all for this cultural sharing, everyone. Thank you for listening, ma'am and sir. And if you want to know how it all started, we have more information at the back po. Yung exit natin, same way lang din po. You can take pictures.